And great people of God had their moments of doubt. Moses, at least on one occasion, was ready to quit. Listening to the complaints of Israel, he said, I can't take this anymore. If this is how it's going to go, Lord, just kill me now. That's pretty dramatic. That was Moses. Have you ever said anything like that to God? Also, Elijah, after he heard that Jezebel had effectively put a contract out on him, became discouraged and uncertain and doubtful and said to the Lord, just take my life. Even the great apostle Paul was discouraged, and he wrote in 2 Corinthians 1:8, we were burdened beyond measure, above strength, so we despaired even of life. So John's saying, did I get this right? Understand, John was not asking for information as much as he was asking for confirmation. Did I understand this properly? And look at his circumstances. I mean, humanly speaking, his ministry had ended in disaster. Everything was going well. He was firing on all cylinders. A national sensation, calling people back to God, introduces Jesus, and now he's in a stinking dungeon. And he's going to be executed soon because he was faithful to the Lord. So maybe God forgot. No, God was in charge, and God was doing this exactly as he wanted it done. And maybe that's how you feel right now. You're in a dungeon of sorts. You're in a situation you don't understand. Why are you letting this happen to me, God? You know, you're in a marriage with a man that doesn't believe. And he doesn't get better, he gets worse, it seems, year after year. Or you have a prodigal child, though you've raised them in the way of the Lord. They're rebelling against God, and they keep you up at nights. Or you've gotten bad news from a doctor, and you've been so careful about your health and eating the right foods and all that, and now you have this issue. Or there's some other problem. You have a financial crisis looming, and you've been so careful the way you've invested, but now you may lose a lot of your money. You may lose your job. There's things that happen that don't make sense. But here's what we need to remember. It's not over till it's over. Or as it's sometimes said, it's not over till the fat lady sings. Who is this fat lady? Ma'am, are you here to... No, I'm kidding. But... I don't know about a fat lady singing, but I know that you might be in the middle of something that's going to have an amazing outcome. If you don't believe me, just ask Joseph when you get to heaven. So Joe, how'd you feel midstream when you were in that prison after being falsely accused of rape? Did you think it was over? Hey, Job, how did you feel after you heard all of that horrific news? Hey, Daniel, when you had to spend that night in the lion's pit, did you think that was the last night of your life? Hey, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, when they threw you into that fiery furnace, did you ever think you'd come out the other side? Things looked bleak, but look at how these stories turned out. And so in the same way, we need to trust God.